gonna run pit level 70, playing a build I call Palpatine Shock Trooper. It's a little too aggressive. What makes this build different is, first of all, I'm using Territorial as a glyph. Don't really see that in the max roll endgame, but I sometimes wonder, like, are those guys really playing endgame? And I'm trying to up one of my glyphs so I can try to progress. I would consider my gear moderate. I've got 2 mythic pieces. Enlightenment. Enlightenment. Really? No, no. Got caught in the corner. You know, these speed runs or whatever, like, I know they're a thing. Anybody can play, you know, Quill Spiritborn or whatever. See, also what makes it a little bit different is look at how fast Frost Nova comes up. Of course, applying vulnerable to him. You know, one of the things about progressing is you start to not do enough damage because your critical strike isn't high enough. You know, that's not a problem for me anymore. And so this build isn't big on survivability. You know, you don't need to kill all of them. You know, there's a certain, like, nuance to progressing in the pit, because you got to get your glyphs up. My glyphs are like 75, except the new one I want to play with. Come on, get out of the way. You know, RNG is like everywhere in this game. Like, this map, like, it's not conducive to like true speed run because it's like so windy. Glyph Territorial gives me a bonus in vulnerable and close up. What makes it shock, you know, Palpatine Shock Trooper, that's what I call it. Is that right there. And Frost Nova's already up again. But I mean, I can only go so far with this build. If I try this build at pit 77, 10%, yeah, it's not gonna work. Take too much damage. So where am I at? Yeah, 9 minutes with 3 deaths. Enlightenment, anti-stunder. Gotta know when to back off. When that guy comes out. Knowing each of the boss fights too, man, helps. She's stunned again. I do have that and that. You know, this could be better. That's pretty much about as good as you can get. Same with that. You know, but progressing like, you know, past where I'm at, 77, like I need a different glyph. And I don't understand how. Like, let me look. Let me make sure that guy max roll. Do they say to use this one? I have a picture of it. Yeah, see, they don't recommend that. Like, they recommend Unleash, Destruction, Elementalist, Tactician, and instead of Territorial, Exploit. But you look at the difference between the glyph here. Like in China, this is straight increased damage. You know, but I don't think I could throw this on it, you know, when I'm on my first Paragon board and, you know, be where I need to be, because you know, that one, that's good. But yeah, so it's 8 minutes. I'll do another one. I'll make sure I have my gloves. Say 70%. I did die 3 times. I need to repair. And I'll up it 1. The max it's given me is 77. But I need some Torment 4 gear to drop off. I need Torment 4 Isu's boots. Shock Stomp. And like, I'm not even getting into Enlightenment because I'm not casting a separate spell. There it is. Caught in the poison. So much going on. It's like melee. Of course I run the wrong way. see, like, the best thing to do is to run away from that. And come back to it. Those towers suck. You know, I already make it to the portal. Yeah, I guess I did. Enlightenment. Ooh. I'm in enlightenment. And see, sometimes it's better, like, you can stand and go toe to toe with the elite. Sometimes it's better to run up and kill the non-elites. Enlightenment. One time lane. Weird. And like max roll, like the gear they recommend, like, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have all the mythic gear, but like, it's extended reach on Frost Nova as well. Stunned him. Hammer down. Dude, come on. What's this amulet? Right. You know, one of my problems is that I can't temper this one anymore. 10.2% shot critical strike chance. I'm above 100. I need to trade that for critical strike damage, and I need another one of those to drop. Like, stingy. 70%, so I've got that one on 70. Try one more at 72. Let me go repair so I don't take... Go ahead and break everything. Alright, 72. I gotta get out of there because that thing is shooting. Right, run away from that thing. Pillar hump it. Enlightenment. And see, like, stuff on the floor you gotta watch out for. See, sometimes it's just wiser to back off there and press ahead. Maybe the thing is shooting at me again. You can pillar line of sight it. Enlightenment. And the thing's shooting at me again. See, like every level of difficulty, like those come out more often and they're harder to avoid. They shoot faster. You gotta line of sight them. And see, this is where like this territorial build, you know, like I'm losing damage because I'm further away. But I mean, I can't be up close and personal because I gotta run away from that. Alright, so then again. And see, like, this is where, like, this build, like, I need better gear. Right, and see, like, this thing is shooting at me again, and I'm trapped. See, sometimes it's better just to run on, because there's not going to be like a group of elites. But see, the problem is that he's going to chase you. Shock stomp. Palpatine shock trooper. And when you get this, like, I mean, the whole key is just not to stop. was a World of Warcraft nerd. So like, not standing and stuff, and you know, third-person overhead view comes pretty naturally to me. Played Frost Mage. Millions of PvP kills in that game. Over 1 million. Stomp. I'm gonna die. Stomp. So the stomp is Frost Nova on a 2-second. See, it's already up again. Enlightenment. Okay, I'm gonna run away from that guy. Just stomp. Ooh. Got lucky there. What? Let's add some kind of debuff.
I cannot use that.
Enlightenment. Up close and personal and stunned. Enlightenment. Cast Frost Nova there for the 20% damage increase. I think I still get that. Look at the gear is garbage. But I mean, I'm here to up this. I need to get it the same as my other glyphs. Try one at 73. I put on a potion. I didn't even have a potion on. I use Elixir of Precision. Puts me over 100% crit, and I take the 35% crit damage. You can see that resources really aren't a problem. Enlightenment. Stomp. See, and I try to save it, try to have it up for this group of elites. Stomp. And see, I got this thing shooting at me. I gotta back off. I gotta find line of sight for when it reappears. Enlightenment. Stomp. Alright. It gets a little bit harder each time. Tore through them, a hot knife through butter. See, that's gotta be line of sighted. Jeez. And see, I really miss like ice armor making you unstoppable. Enlightenment. Stomp. Stomp. Enlightenment. Sometimes I wonder if the people who like write for Maxwell actually play. I'm just gonna go that quick. Need enlightenment. There it is. Collect those for lightning spear. See, like, this doesn't do a lot for me. Like, all my hits already are crit. So you can line of sight that. Trick is to just get the elite down as quickly as possible so that thing quits coming up. Right, so you gotta line of sight that. You gotta see it when it comes up and be ready to move. Stomp. Stomp. Literally shatters them. Close to enlightenment. Enlightenment. Stomp. Didn't see I needed it there. Stomp. I mean, it's definitely a barrier build. Maxwell does have that correct. Figured I would have hit the Guardian Portal by now. Enlightenment. Get him through this door, see it. Right, see? I swear those things like have a homing beacon on you. And see, that's not even the totem, that's the elite shooting that. It'll land behind you. There. I mean, kill the elite as quickly as possible. Stall. Where am I at? 9 minutes. I did have a couple deaths. Stunned and enlightenment. Fucking hammer down. back off to build up enlightenment. I use Firebolt. I don't know about all this, like, what spell do you call it?
I need time.
The other conjuration, ice spikes. Look at the gear, it's garbage. Okay. So that's a little bit of Palpatine Shock Trooper. Like you don't see me like wearing that. Isadora is overflowing. Anybody can do that. 58% Frost Nova size. I'd like to rework that. Like I can live without the mana per second. You know, like try to get ice armor duration. Of course, you have to have these. 33% damage reduction. And then you have to wear these. Like, you know, it's the thing about Maxroll. They don't have these on at all. And it's like there's no way you can get your crit to like 90%, 95 where it needs to be for any potion to have 100 without these. Like I have to have motion on this. Movement speed. It's definitely a barrier build. Like they say not to use that. Like, and I've tried it a lot of different ways. Like that makes a big difference. 34% while ice armor. 25%, 12 points on, yeah, and then 29% when you have a barrier, so that like stacks with ice armor. And even in your skill tree, there's a couple places where you can grab a shield, like a barrier, right? There's a barrier here, and you can get like, here's another one, I think. Yeah, 6-second barrier. So, you know, that's the key is like keeping ice armor up, and you know, like in getting extra points. Like look where I have Frost Nova is at 11 for ice armor, like because the cooldown doesn't change for ice armor. So like I only have 1 point in that. Item contribution 7. So I don't need it to absorb. You know, it's not worth it to absorb. You know, 400 more damage or 200 more damage. But this, you know, 8.22 seconds, like, and then I'm doing bonus against frozen enemies. Another thing that makes it frost, you know, frost shock. 27.2% chance to freeze for 2 seconds, and that's combined in, you know, the skill tree here where I have. Right here. I should have 3 points on those. Like, what can I give up? That, yeah, 21% chance to stun. So, but yeah, there's a lot of different ways to play this game.